Hello folks, today we're looking at a new Starbound mod, the Tenant Pack, and this allows you to attract tenants using sets of furniture that currently don't have any tenants in the vanilla game. In this video, we'll have a look at the tenants and how to attract them, so I guess there's spoilers here if you want to work that sort of stuff out for yourself. We'll start with two avian airship tenants, which uses stuff you find on one of these things, and mainly the ship's wheel, treasure map and anchor. As usual with tenants, the key is to add enough furniture of the same type to an empty room. Enough is defined as covering a certain amount of tiles, generally somewhere between 10 and 30. So, a few bits of furniture then. Now, I've already pillaged what I need from here, so let's beam over to my airship. Right, so I've come over to my steampunk airship that I built on my Let's Play Starbound Asteroid Base series. So the first tenant we're going to attract lives here, in what I consider to be the captain's room. Let's just place him down, and we should attract an avian captain. There we go. Also got a gun. Now to attract him, you don't just need avian airship stuff, but you also need furniture that's tagged with the Horde tag internally. So basically if you find something that's treasure focused, like a barrel of treasure or a treasure chest or something like that, you should be okay. So a wheel, an anchor and a barrel has attracted Brer Captain. So the second tenant you can attract is the Quartermaster, and which requires a bit of airship stuff, but it also requires some storage and commerce stuff. So a couple of crates should do the trick, provided that they are both storagey and commercey, so these steel boxes do nicely. So we just place the tenant deed there. We have a Quartermaster. If you go and speak to him or her, come back, you will be sold weapons, which is all very nice. So now let's look at a set of tenants that are all quite similar, and we'll just take a bit of a flying leap here. These are guards that can be attracted by sets of furniture you can only get by completing random tenant quests. That was a good shot. Managed to land on the top of the giant hot dude statue. Okay, so I've set up my basement here for these tenants, so let's go down here. And let's go into the Doom room first off. Just switch the lights on and put in a tenant deed. And this will be a Doom guard. There he is. Comes in a variety of different types, so let's see if we can attract a different looking one. Yeah, quite different, but still along the Doom theme. So you just need a few bits of furniture should do it. Apparently, officially it's 24 tiles worth of furniture, but yeah, just a few pieces, so don't worry too much about the numbers. Over here is the Executive Guard, using executive furniture. Not particularly out of the ordinary, this one. It can look like pretty much anything, but it will always be a guard. And we can also switch on the lights if you want. Doesn't make a huge amount of difference. And finally, we have the geometric one, using this geometric furniture right here. Again, not particularly different looking, but you can tell by the blue neon on the guard. Just turn the lights back on. There we go. He's interfering with the Fluffalo. Prick. Okay, so there are three more tenants you can attract in the same manner. The Opulent Guard, Serene Guard, and Wave Guard. But the furniture sets and tenants are all pretty similar, so we'll move on to more interesting ones. So I've beamed over to my museum, as featured in my Asteroid Base Let's Play. And because there is a new tenant, the Paleontologist, that can be attracted by these display cases, and which you build at your fossil station. So the Paleontologist should be appearing any moment now. Will have the characteristic hat and fossil brush. Can be of any different race and everything, but always wearing the hat and having the brush, which is all very nice. Don't actually have to have a fossil inside the display case. All you need is the display case. Meanwhile, over on the banyan tree, it's Christmas again! Because there is a Santa NPC that you can attract using Christmas furniture stuff. This is the stuff that you buy from the Santa NPC on the outpost, but only in the game at Christmas. So let's put down the colony deed, and ho ho ho, there he is! Now this Santa NPC functions the same way as the outpost one, come on, this way, in the fact that he's actually a merchant who sells the Christmas stuff, which does create a bit of a catch-22, I guess. And because if you don't actually already have the Christmas stuff, there's no way of obtaining it in the vanilla game to actually attract this guy. It's a bit of a puzzler and no mistake. Okay, so let's take a look at all the remaining tenants in the tenant pack. There's quite a few of them, so I've lumped them all together in the same place, in this extension to my asteroid base that I promise has been here all along. Right, so let's start with the ice tenant. It's actually a penguin guard, so you just need a load of ice furniture. Let's plonk that down. Hello, how are you doing? You need quite a lot of ice furniture, about 18 tiles worth for this. However, you can also use your ice furniture along with some odd furniture to attract a different tenant. So let's just do that. That's the Cyclops, there he is, the Cyclops Yeti. For this you need a bit of ice stuff, as represented by the snowman, but also odd furniture, which is a tag that's applied to various other kinds of furniture such as eye, flesh, alien and tar furniture. But there's also a few other bits and bobs that also attract the odd tag, such as this scarecrow and also this weird surreal painting. So yep, those are two more tenants. Let's go over to the musician's room now, over here. So, let's put down a tenant deed. The penguin is playing the piano. Alright, so we've got some musical furniture here. Oh my god, leave the bloody thing alone. So yeah, we've got a piano, we've got a gong, and we've got a bell, all with a musical tag, and we've attracted this guy in a suit, which is all very nice. However, let's get rid of the gong. We'll leave these bits of musical stuff, but we're going to replace the gong with these cool decks and these even cooler speakers. These are things tagged with Hylotl underwater city stuff. So if you grab a load of stuff from there and mix it with some musical stuff, you will attract a different kind of tenant. I've just knocked the bell off, let me put that back. And put the tenant D down. And this will attract a... hang on, put it there. This will attract a different tenant. This is the cool DJ in his cool hat. Marvellous. So up here in this dark room we have shadow furniture. These are all the things that you find on a midnight planet. So we've got some shrines, a couple of shadow chests and that lovely little wind chime. So we are going to attract a shadow guard, and this one, I'm going to get rid of this light just to demonstrate, and for this one you don't actually need a source of light. Most rooms that attract tenants you need a light, but not this one because it's a shadow bloke. Hello with your steamy smoke. Alright, so moving on to the desert one. This is sandstone furniture. So, put that down. And we have ourselves a desert bloke. He's actually a merchant. As you can tell by the fact they're saying cheap buys. So come on, sell me some good stuff. That's crap. That's some milk and some sugar. Mate! Alright, let's attract a heck cultist. This is a mixture of things tagged with evil. There's loads of stuff like that in the game. Like torture devices, spikes, traps, and burning coals here. They're all tagged with evil. But you also need to mix that with an even amount of flesh stuff. Now there is a tenant that is attracted by flesh stuff, but if you mix it with evil, you should attract a cultist guy. There he is, the eye sword. Reminiscent of the all-seeing knight, but this is a heck cultist. What a prick. Okay, so finally let's move on to the Slimer tenant over here. Inevitably this is using stuff you get from a slime mini biome. Bung that on. There he is, the Slimer tenant. Doesn't he look lovely? Well, he's all very cheerful anyway. Seems to get on well with the Yeti, apparently. Now wait just a moment, I have actually forgotten one. This is the rock golem. I'm in this limestone room over here. Oh my god, he's foul. This is all stuff that you find in stone rocky caverns underground. Look at him. He looks like a mutant aerobar. Ugh. Right, so that's it. That's pretty much all the tenants that you find in the tenant pack. You can download it now through Steam, through the Steam Workshop, and possibly also externally if you don't want to mess around with the workshop. They're all rather cool. No, they don't add any more functionality to the game other than the fact that you get some more merchants, but it does feel like it's a completist mod. And because there's so much furniture in the vanilla game, that doesn't actually attract any tenants at all yet. So this kind of like rounds it all off. However, of course, Starbound may actually put these sorts of things into the vanilla game in future, but for now, if you want stuff that's attracted by slime furniture, musical stuff, ice stuff, flesh stuff, and all that, this is the only way to go about doing it. Oh, actually there are a few other tenant packs that are available as mods, but this one is the one that I've shown you. So, nah. Okay, thanks for watching. This has been Jamie from randomizeuser.com. Do check out my current Starbound Banyan Tree Let's Play series, where I build a great big tree, and also, of course, the asteroid base. 20 goddamn episodes of that. Yeah, knock yourself out. Okay, so see you next time. Bye-bye.